Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to Shipyard Champions, week 3 of season 5. We've been at this for a while. The year's 1905 and your country's at war with the British. They've sent their newest ship, the Dreadnought, out alone to raid your country's commerce. Thankfully though, your country has one of the newest battleships out, escorting the transports that have been targeted. Take down this new vessel and protect the transports. Your nation is going to be anything besides Britain, of course, with a 1904 battleship / pre-Dreadnought. You may not use the French experimental, American experimental, blah blah blah, various different hulls. The enemy has to be the Dreadnought-ish shared design that was sent through our personal Discord. Starting conditions, weather any, time any, and 10-kilometer range. Considering how fragile transports are, I'm going to go into a storm at night. Because that might be the only cover that my transports are going to get. Scoring is very interesting. 10 points for every transport that survives. 50 points for sinking the enemy ship. 50 points if your ship has a green level of health, which can be seen in the picture in the results screen. 30 points if your ship has yellow health, or 10 points if your ship has red health. Of course, seeing as this is a challenge between various of us content creators, if you have the smallest ship, you have 20 points. If you have the fastest ship, you get 20 points. If you have the biggest ship, you get 20 points. If you have the cheapest ship, you get 40 points. And if you lose all your transports, you lose 30 points. So, ideally, you sink the target, all your transports survive, and that is a solid 150 points. It is possible to do that with a ship that takes almost no damage, so green level of health. Perfect. All the better. If you can also get the fastest ship, you can get 240 points, for example. Sorry, the cheapest ship. Now, seeing as I have a tendency to fly too close to the sun, I am not going to do that. I am not going to go for the smallest, the fastest, the biggest, the cheapest. They kind of seem counteractive either. Let's go with a relatively stable battleship. I'm thinking of something that has a lot of survivability, so that I can potentially get that green level of health victory condition done. And on top of that, I would very much appreciate having a lot of torpedoes, because I intend to approach the enemy Dreadnought and engage it. I know that my torpedoes, however, are likely somewhat unpredictable. So that is a factor that I have to keep in mind, and as such, as much as I would like to rely purely on torpedoes, I can't. It's also going to have to go down to the guns. Why do you not have room for a stern torpedo launcher? You just don't. Okay. Right, these torpedoes are going to be 18-inch, and currently they have a speed of what exactly? They have a speed of 28 knots over 3.5 clicks, so if I speed them up, that's about half and half. Yeah, I get a 1.7 kilometer range, but they travel at 36 knots. I think that's not strictly necessary. They reload in about 4 minutes. It's very good. Increased complement of torpedoes. Coincidence range finding 1. Yikes. I don't like using these pre-dreadnoughts, but this is what the task specified. Alright then. 6,000 tons. Let's throw in a funnel and another funnel. This way, at least if one of them goes down, I still have some engine efficiency. This hull is slated for a whole 17 knots. Look at you, speedster. That should be sufficient. And then the main guns. Anything below Mark III is pretty much non-negotiable, so the 13-inchers are a no-go. So it's, well, it's going to have to be the 12-inchers, but I might be able to supersize those into 12.9s. Let's put those out as far as I can. I don't think I can get this thing to do a 360, but I can definitely get the other ones to do that. Now, I am playing the Dreadnought Improvement Project, which means that with dip, the stats are going to be different. Torpedoes are far more deadly. That works both ways. And, well, most of the mechanics of just overwhelming a ship with extensive fire is no longer there. You can't do that. So that means I don't necessarily have to put a whole lot of secondary guns on this ship. I think this is as good as it can get. I don't need a lot of other stuff. I just need to make sure that the ship doesn't necessarily explode. And that is something that is difficult with these ships. Because finding a way for this thing not to blow up... Well, you can get it to about 20%, I think. Maybe light shells. Saves another 5%. I can take fewer shells. Giving me... How many shells per gun? 143. So let's say I'd carry 280 shells. Yeah, I think that should be sufficient. And that's my flash fire still at 12%. That's not feeling very good. Let's make sure that we do have a high cap HE. Give me maximum armor here. Yeah, whatever. Why not? 15-inch main armor belt. I don't think we'll see the enemy target anytime soon. So deck armor is not that important. The conning tower may never be destroyed. 8 inches of superstructure armor. And the game still says, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. We can still do more. How much? 26 inches is your top. Damn. That's a very, very well protected ship. Now, I have no secondaries. For the simple reason that I think the secondaries are not going to do anything useful. I can supersize the 12s to 12.9s, sacrificing some armor, but also, let's say at a range of 2.5 kilometers, I gain 11.3 inches of armor pen versus 10.2. Meh. Reload's 43 seconds, give or take a few, and reload is now a little more, 47. This is with an expert crew. Let's increase the crew complement. I don't care about these bigger guns. I might actually go so far as to take 10% off the barrel length to ensure that these guys are going to have a bit of a better rate of fire. Turret, don't be daft. You can just sit here. You're not a 13-incher anymore, right? You're just a standard 12. So... act accordingly. Oh, right. That's the problem. That's why I wouldn't turn. Now my reload's only 34 seconds. My accuracy at longer ranges is negligible, but that doesn't matter. I'm going to take this thing into harm's way at extremely short ranges. The problem that you also get when you get shorter barrels is that your pen goes down. 7.9 inches, but that is probably with 100 and something armor quality, and we only have an armor quality of about 75%. Yeah, that's going to tell a whole different story. Yeah, 12 inches. Now, I got 20 inches, so this thing is completely incapable of sinking itself. I think that's going to be fun. Let's reduce the range a bit. Increase the speed to, I don't know, 20 knots. 19? Because I do have to get over there as quickly as I can before that thing starts butchering transports. Armor on the turrets. Yeah, it's good enough. Another nice side effect, now that I think of it, of not having any secondaries is that they cannot get destroyed. No secondaries that can get destroyed means you don't have to worry about crew losses ranking up or wrapping up very quickly. So that's a nice little side effect there. Alright, I think the ship is ready. This is the Champay. We're going to take out that Dreadnought thing, defend our transports, and go home. Alrighty, there she is. About 11 clicks out. My transports are a little farther out. About 14, 15? Yeah. They've spotted me and I've spotted them, but that's always at the start of the battle. And maybe because they have a flash going off behind them. Maybe they cannot see my transports, and I, for one, wouldn't be surprised at all if we're going to completely lose line of sight with the ship. Simply because, well, storm. No, we can actually still see each other. That is surprising. Hold the torps. Of course, we are in a storm, so top speed is a bit reduced. Making it actually... Wow, our top speed is constantly getting reduced. Yeah, look at those accuracy debuffs. Good lord. Yeah, we're getting to about 14 clicks. Now, our adversary for today. The Dreadnought-ish. As has been stated. Carrying a couple of 12-inch guns. Capable of firing about 8 on a very, very good position. They've now spotted my transports. What I really appreciate is that they don't seem to carry many, if any, secondaries. None. But this turret, the starboard wing turret, is seemingly trying to target my transports. And it really only has to hit him once. There is nothing I can do about it. I'm about to run out of my HE shells. That was fast. 4.8 clicks. This thing does not turn very well, so I really have to make those torpedo attacks work. Ow. Oh, come on. This is such horseshit. They hit me once, penning a torpedo compartment, immediately causing all of my torpedo launchers to get destroyed with all the torpedo launching capabilities and the spare ammo. And now I am just a 12-inch battleship because they penned the torpedo launcher. Well, this is going to be a really short challenge. I might still be able to deal damage with the AP shells, but that one torpedo tube really messed up half the ship. And because of that flooding, I might not actually be able to fire the guns. Because the ship is so badly listing. Wow. Such a well heavily armored ship. And then the thing that does it in is the torpedo tube. The weapon system. Yeah, its armor is not very good. Unfortunately, my accuracy, even at a kilometer out, is still only 17%. And that's probably due to damage and stability. Yeah. Thankfully, we seem to be completely impervious to this ship. Yet, trying to have this thing expend all of its ammo on me is not that likely. Do you think that's fair? 51,000 damage, and this ship is still here. That's impressive. Oh, we're getting damage in. We're also taking damage. I did get a little bit of flooding on him. Standard bulkhead, standard crew, veterans. So it is susceptible to flooding. Yeah, here we go. My turrets won't actually do anything because I'm listing too badly. Oh, come on, Chanpei. Turn around. Turn around, turn around, turn around. Because this thing is about to start murdering all of our transports. Oh, it does have secondaries. A couple of 3-inchers in the... Right, in the tower. Yeah, this is gonna start taking my transports out very, very quickly. And see, they're all AI controlled, and I cannot take them off of AI control, nor can I shoot. I basically can't do anything. So my transports here are very, very unfortunate. In that their one escorting ship can't do anything. Boom. As for my ability to try and intercept it, I can do 9 knots if I'm probably done turning. And I only have 40% buoyancy left, and that's from that one impact. That's the one bit of damage. I mean, sure enough, they've hit me a couple of times, but overall, I think it was the torpedo tube that got destroyed that really did it. This guy is moving away, so I can't actually hit it anymore. Yeah, this attempt is pretty much done. 20 inches of armor everywhere. And the ship gets knocked out by the destruction of a torpedo launcher. Extremely, extremely good shot by the Dreadnought-ish. And, well... Hold on, are we actually getting anything? We're even firing all the guns. And the Dreadnought-ish is... sinking? 38% buoyancy? Yes. Proceed with your fire mission. I'm so happy that I put this secondary, or this second turret so far on the back. Because it's actually able to help. Because it can clear the superstructure. Boink, boink, boink. Yes, come target me. Target me if you want to fight something, not my transports. Have at it. About 20% chance to hit. And I'd say a very good chance to pen their bow and stern, because that's where their armor is weakest. And this thing is still dropping torps at my transports, but Oh, yes. We're getting it. And I thought I should just quit out of the attempt. 14% buoyancy. The Dreadnoughtish is in a really bad state. I can't say that the Chanpei is in a much better condition. Look at that bow. I can barely make out the guns with all that damage. Doink. Doink. Come on. They're down to 8% buoyancy. This thing is gonna flood. Destroy. Destroyed your torpedo launcher. Oh. Doink. More flooding. Is it really? Yes, it's another compartment. Sink, you bastard. Price tag? I'm actually cheaper than their ship as well. Whoa! We did it! Welcome to twists and turns in this particular episode. Look at that. So, actually, it's not as bad as I'd expected. Very surprising. I only lost one transport. I have, I think, a green state of health. Like, I am colorblind, so it's a bit hard to see for me. It says if you have green health, you get 50 points. If you have yellow health, you get 30 points. If you got red health, you get 10 points. The thing with the ship is, it took some damage. It took a lot of flooding damage, but I believe the stability of the ship, like the structural integrity, wasn't that bad. So I think I get 90 points for every transport that survived. So 90 points total. Plus 50 for sinking the Dreadnoughtish. Plus 50 for green level of health. So that's 190. I'm not sure if I have the smallest, the fastest, the biggest, or the cheapest ship, because I simply don't know what the status is of the other contestants. We'll have to wait for that, and you'll probably see those results in a comment at some time. Be sure to check out the other guys, though. We have them all linked down below in the description, and I'm sure that they each have their own merry way of trying to defeat the Dreadnoughtish. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little roller coaster of a battle, and I'll see you soon for more videos.